Hey,
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 come on,
hey,
yeah,
hey,
hey,
hey, we
hey,
back, baby. What
hey,
up, people?
hey, come on.
It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Let's go. Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
Come on,
Come on in,
Yeah.
everybody. Come
Hey.
on in.
come on,
Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
Hey,
Come on in, everybody. Why? Why? Because it's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Let's go. What up, what up, what up, and welcome to another episode of the iBall Radio Live Call-In Show. I'm your host, Derek Williams, also known as D-Will, the coach, in the building with my guy, producer extraordinaire, on the ones and twos. Breeze in the building. What up, Breeze?
Yo, what's good?
Yes, sir. Another day, another
Yes,
dollar
sir.
inside the iBall Radio Studios.
Yeah.
Here live in Montgomery, Alabama, and we're back. That's right, man. After a week hiatus last week, man, your boy, hey, man, I was out, bro. I'm just gonna go and tell y'all, I was laying on the beach in the Dominican Republic. I needed me a little R&R, right? So I took a little R&R, man. But we back in the building, ready to get this thing started. The basketball season has started here in the state of Alabama, and starting tomorrow, November 11th, Minor High School, the Veterans Day Classic. That's right, iBall Radio will be in the building for our first rendition of
Let's go.
the iBall Radio Game of the Week, man. Starts off tomorrow. Hey, listen, I'm gonna run down a little later on. We're gonna tell y'all who's all playing, who we all covering, what we gonna be in the building doing on tomorrow at Minor High School, man. But then Wednesday, we will be in Huntsville at Sparkman High School for Sparkman versus Bob Jones. And then on Friday, we'll be in Athens for Athens versus Tanner as we kick off the iBall Radio Game of the Week series, man. It is going to be a very exciting series. Now, I'm going to tell y'all real quick. I just need, if my eyes keep cutting over here to the right, I'm going to just let you know I'm also watching Greedy's game right now. UNC Wilmington, he just knocked down a three. He just hit him with the and knocked down a three.
Let's go.
So I'm just gonna tell you, if my eyes keep cutting this way, I'm just letting y'all know I'm watching the game too.
What up, nephew?
Nephew in the building, man. They were down just 20, man. Now he getting going. His handle is so sick, y'all. Like, if y'all can't, man, they're on ESPN Plus right now. Go check out UNC Dub playing Kent State right now. You on ESPN Plus. Yeah, man, go off. Like, hold on real quick. Real quick. I want to try to see something. Real quick. He finna get downhill. Yep. Pull it. And one. Let's go, boy. Let's go. And one. They cannot hold him. They cannot guard Greedy Williams, man. Oh, yeah. Get downhill.
That's
finish. Right hand over 2 and 1 after knocking down the 3. So that's back-to-back buckets,
that boy
man.
5.
Hey, man, the boy good, man. Boy's a pro, man. He's a pro. And like I say, they're looking for him to score the basketball this year, and he is. But with all that being said, I'm sorry. If my eyes keep cutting, just know they're about a minute and 7 seconds away from halftime, right? So once halftime hit, y'all have my undivided attention, okay? Undivided attention. So y'all should be happy that we're even live right now with him playing, right? We should be next door in the office watching it on the big screen that we got hanging on the wall in there. But y'all are very important, man, and I think it's extremely important that we come in here and we tell y'all about the iBall Radio Game of the week, man.
What up, chat?
Oh man, I ain't even hollered at the chat.
It's all good.
Chat,
right
I got you covered up, chat. I don't even see the people
what
in
up,
here,
chat?
Man. I got you covered up right now. But what up to the chat, man? But yeah, man, we got a lot going on, man. We got the schedule. We put out here's how we're gonna work this. We're gonna put out a weekly schedule every week, right? We're gonna put out a weekly schedule letting you know where iBall Radio will be for that week. So every Sunday we will drop a weekly schedule, man, letting you know where we will be for the week. All right. So make sure you tap in to the iBall Radio Instagram page, iBall Radio YouTube page, and everything else. Chill Will's calling me right now. He know I'm live.
He calling right? he calling on the bad phone?
Yeah, nah, he calling on the iPhone. I don't have it hooked up to the board yet. But he finna
talk about Greedy.
Yeah, he want to talk about Greedy because Greedy's getting down.
What up, Chill Will?
Hey, man. Hey, Barksdale, nephew in the building.
What up, boy?
What up, nephew? Man, you got to send us the schedule, nephew.
Yeah, cuz.
Because, you know, we in the city, bro. We can pull up on you.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, yeah, Greedy's getting real busy right now. Right back to the free throw line. Right back to the free throw line. He got to make his free throws, though. He got to make his free throw. Barksdale, like, what y'all on here talking about, man? We on here talking about our week, man. We got
some big news.
Yeah, man. You know what we talk about, man. We talk about all things high school basketball right here in the state of Alabama. But y'all just bear with me. There you go. Make your free throws, young fella. I think he might be in double digits already in the first half. He getting busy right now.
Big news.
So, man, listen. Like I say, every Sunday we will put out our weekly schedule, let you know where we will be going next week because, like I said, we'll be in Athens this Friday, and then starting next week on the 18th, we got Clay Chalkville. On the 18th, we got Clay Chalkville versus Shades Valley, and then on the 20th, we got let me pull it up. I don't know who we got on the 20th. We got like I said, we got an extensive schedule this basketball season, man. But we missed y'all, man. Last week, man. We're gonna go back and recap Media Day. And because we weren't able to come on and talk about that, we will recap how the second annual iBall Radio North Alabama Media Day went down just last week. A week before last. Well, that was last week, right? Nah, a week before last. Week before last for Halloween. It was on Halloween, man. And Chill Will, I knew he was calling me about the game. He just texted me. He hooping. Yeah, I know he hooping. I'm watching.
He gonna say something.
Yeah. So on the 20th, we got Columbia versus Grissom. Columbia versus Grissom, man. So that is our week this week, man. We got Minor Veterans Day Classic tomorrow. Then we got Sparkman versus Bob Jones on Wednesday. Then we got Athens versus Tanner on Friday. Then we come back on Tuesday. We got Clay Chalkville versus Shades Valley at Clay. And then on Thursday, we got Columbia versus Grissom. That is our next 2 weeks for the iBall Radio games of the week. And then, boy, when December hit breezy, Lord have mercy. After Thanksgiving,
it's going down.
It goes down, bro.
All the way.
It goes down. But I'm finna call out something. On December 2nd, we got Florence versus Mosul Shoals. On December 4th, we got Chelsea versus Calera. On December 5th, we got Austin versus Decatur. I think. He missed that one. That was a foul too. He should be back at the free throw line. But yeah, man, we got Austin versus Decatur. We think, right?
They got something going on over there, but
they got a little something going on over there. It's been widely talked about. Hadn't been publicly reported, so we won't be doing it on here. However, as we get more information, we will, as they go to halftime. As we get more information, we will be letting y'all know what is going on. But we're supposed to have Austin versus Decatur on December 5th. If that game does not go down, I will get that information before this week is out if that game is going to go down. If it's not going down, we got a game open for December 5th, y'all.
Uh-oh.
That's a Friday.
Got a spot.
If we got a spot that might come open. If you want to get your iBall Radio game of the week, hit us up, send us the schedule, send us the game, man. December 5th. We may have a game come open on December 5th. I got to still get with Austin, make sure they still want to do the game because that's going to be regardless, that's going to be a big game between Austin and Decatur. It's going to be a huge rivalry game, the Battle of Decatur, right? Between Austin and Decatur. So it's going to be a big game, right? Real big game. So hopefully we can get that done. If not, man, we're going to have an open date. And if you want to fill in that date, man, it will be available for you to do so, man.
Yeah,
but
come lock in
with us, man. But let's rewind real quick, man. Let's go back a couple of weeks to the iBall Radio second annual North Alabama Media Day. How many hours did we stream on Thursday and Friday? 10 hours. We streamed 10 hours on Thursday and Friday. Thursday, we had all the girls programs from North Alabama. And on Friday, we had 11 girls programs on Thursday the 30th. And then we had 21 boys programs on that Friday, Halloween, man. And it was a great turnout. Everybody pulled up, man. You have been seeing the content we've been dropping that came out of Media Day. If you want to go watch all 10 hours of that stream, go do it. I think me and Breezy talked about this. I don't know. We may drop each of those things individual, each of those interviews individually. However, man, you can just go to the iBall Radio YouTube page and log in there and go watch, right? You don't have to watch all 10 hours, but you can skip through and find what interview you want to find on the live stream, which is now up on the iBall Radio YouTube page. But with all that being said, man, please right now go. If you want to stay up to date with all things high school basketball right here in the state of Alabama throughout this season, go to iBallRadio.com. Go get your iBallRadio.com subscription because it will be well worth it, man. We've been dropping articles already. We got a tip-off article out there already talking about the first night from last Thursday.
Going down.
That we dropped the article letting you know how those games went. We will drop those weekly, man, giving you a rundown of the top games according to us. We will be dropping that content from each iBall Radio game of the week. We will put that information and content out there on after every game.
A little bit faster, yeah.
A little bit quicker. We're going to do that after every game. So you will get all of those the very next day, right? The very next day. You will get those updates. Even because we got back-to-backs. We the NBA, baby. We do back-to-backs around here. Right. We doing back-to-backs. So just make sure you tap in with iBallRadio.com.
Please do that.
And stay up to date with all things high school basketball. Listen, if you're out there, man, and you want to be a correspondent for iBall Radio, man, say you're out there. A lot of y'all know we can't be everywhere all the time, right? So send us in those scores. Send us in that information. Let us know who did what. Keep us up to date with your area, your school, whatever it may be. We got our interns out there. We got interns out there at these high schools that are working. Shout out to our interns. We're going to be announcing them real soon. And then also, we want correspondents, man. We want y'all parents, coaches out there. Send us your scores after your game. Send us your stats of your players after your game so we can come on the platform and we can give y'all the recognition that you need because, as y'all know, man, we're going to be locked in with our games of the week, right? We're going to be locked in with our games of the week. Pushing that content out, making sure y'all know all the information that's coming out of where we are. So we want to continue to put out information across the entire state. So we're gonna need y'all, man. So all of our people that out there that listen to us on a daily and weekly basis, if y'all want to be a part of iBall Radio, let us know, man. We'll make you a correspondent, give you access to make how you can get that information to us in a very timely manner, right? And it's real easy, ain't it, Breeze? All you gotta do is after the game. Go up to the scores table after the game, tell them you work with iBall Radio, and you need to take a picture of the book. Yep. That's it.
And you can send it to the email.
Send it to the email.
It's info@iballradio.com.
That's all you got to do. Send that information. If you take pictures, if you got a picture of the game, send that in with it. Send in a picture of the book. Or if you really want to be a correspondent and a part of iBall Radio, we can send you our iBall Radio stat sheet, and you can chart the game as you're there.
Yeah.
You can chart the game. Points, rebounds, assists, all of that, man. We will send you how we do it. We'll send it to you and let you chart it, give you the credit for it, bring you on. Man, we bring you on and let you talk about it.
Hey,
right?
Because some stuff about to change.
And some stuff about to change. Listen, we ain't ready to announce it yet.
Ooh.
But boy, okay, I'll give him a little teaser.
Man, please, because I want to.
I'll give y'all a little teaser. So we went today.
It's so big, y'all.
We went today, and can I tell them where? Should I tell them where?
Might as well, cuz.
All right, we went down to the headquarters of the Alabama High School Athletic Association today.
Ooh.
And we had a crazy conversation.
Ooh.
Right? So I'm just gonna tell y'all like this. Be on the lookout for iBall Radio to expand the games of the week. And I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. I ain't gonna let the cat out of
it.
Yeah, until we've got the contract wrote out and it's set in stone, man. I just want to let y'all know we got some big things coming from iBall Radio.
Man, I'm
big things coming.
Ain't nobody doing it like iBall Radio.
Nobody's doing it like that, man.
Y'all better lock in.
Yeah, man. We had a great time down at the Alabama High School Athletic Association headquarters today. Here in Montgomery, man.
Headquarters, y'all.
Yeah, man. So that was real dope. That's gonna be a great. It's gonna be a great thing.
Yeah, for the whole state of Alabama.
Whole state of Alabama, man. It's gonna be a absolutely great thing. But a lot of games going on tonight, man. We understand that basketball season has tipped off, right? And it's a lot of great games going on tonight. And as we're not gonna do it tonight, but starting Thursday and on Mondays and Thursdays that games are going on, we will come on with y'all and watch some of those games live on NFHS, right? Because we got
hey, you want to say it?
I'm just saying. So we will be watching and we will be streaming some of those games here live on the platform from NFHS. We did it last year, but it's gonna be a little different this year, right? It's gonna be a little different this year.
All the way live.
So We will be doing that. So make sure y'all tap in with us, man. If you're unable to make the game and you're not watching on NFHS, make sure you tap in with iBall Radio, man. We'll watch the game together, man. But I want to tell y'all something about these iBall Radio games of the week that we're about to tip off right now. And I'm gonna go back to Media Day. Bro, we're doing something completely different. At some of these games, we will do traditional calls, right? Where we're just gonna broadcast the game. We're gonna call it like that, like every other game. But we're not traditional, right, Breeze? We don't do things in the norm of how things are always been done.
We outside the box.
We are completely outside the box. So on tomorrow at the Veterans Day Classic, it's gonna be a little different. We want y'all to come hang out with us. All right. We want y'all to come hang out with us. So what we're gonna be doing tomorrow, because there's so many games. If y'all watch Monday Night Football, if you're watching Monday Night Football tonight, and you go over to the 4-letter network number 2, not where the game's gonna be played, but it's played on the 4-letter network. Go to the 4-letter network 2, right? Go there and watch the game. And they got something called a Manning cast. And it's Eli and Peyton Manning sitting up there watching the game, and they got guests, and they're watching the game, and they're going over stuff. They're calling plays. They're talking about people. They're having regular conversation. That's the type of thing we're going to be doing tomorrow from the Veterans Day Classic, right? We outside the box, man. So we're basically going to be doing a Manning cast from there. And it's going to be so dope, man. We're going to have coaches interviews. We're going to have player interviews. The phone lines will be open. Yes. The link will be open, man. If you want to come on and put your face on the screen with us and talk about some stuff, talk about high school basketball in the state, we will allow you to do that tomorrow. We're going to have some special guests come on with us that pop in with us. We're going to have our guy Lance from Huntsville pop in with us. So it's going to be a real dope situation, man.
For sure.
Real dope situation. So make sure you tune in tomorrow for the Veterans Day Classic. First game tips off at 1:30 p.m. So we'll probably go live about 1 o'clock. We'll probably go live about 1 o'clock. Give y'all some backstory, because the girls play in the morning. We're gonna be there for the girls' games, but we're not gonna broadcast the girls' games. Okay, we'll be there for them, but we're not gonna broadcast them. We're gonna give y'all some updates throughout the day about the girls' games, just so y'all can know what's going on, to show those ladies some love. But we're gonna be we're probably gonna go live about 1 o'clock, about 30 minutes prior to the first game. And like I say, we finna go through that list of games, and there's some big time games happening tomorrow. Big time games happening tomorrow. Chris Dot chilling in the building. What up, dude? What it do, man? We're doing good. How you doing, nephew? Eli Bannister in the building. What's up, Eli? Eli, hey, listen, we went and watched Eli them while we were in Huntsville for the North Alabama Media Day. We went over and checked out Sparkman's Sparkman night, where they had their little inter squad game. Right. And I didn't know Eli was bouncing like that. I didn't know Eli was in the rim like that. Like, don't you know, like after they do the warm-ups and the person dunking, everybody go, hey, we talk about that. How about Eli was the one dunking?
He was the one dunking.
I was like, okay. I see you. But so we do got that game with Sparkman versus Bob Jones on Wednesday. So we will be in the city to see Eli Bannister and the rest of the squad get busy. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Talking _ hoops in the building. What up, though? Appreciate you tapping in. He said, let's go. It's basketball season, baby. Hey, listen. So if you don't tap in with Talking _ hoops, man, go check them out. Go give them a follow. They also do a great job of broadcasting of covering games throughout the state, keeping you up to date. They do a great job of covering girls basketball also. So make sure you tap in with Talking _ hoops, man, as they do a great job keeping the conversation going with the state of Alabama and a high school basketball, man. We appreciate what you do, man. We're gonna link up with them and do some stuff throughout the season also, man, because that's what we all about. We all about linking up. So make sure y'all tap in with that. Greedy got 11 at the half, right? 3 for 4 shooting, 1 for 1 for 3, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Yeah, he getting busy right now. He probably gonna end it with a dub tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Get him a 20-point game tonight.
Yeah, a little 20p.
A little 20-piece gonna get him a win. They were down 20, bro. Now he got hotted. He got the cooking at the end of that first half, and now they're only down 9 at the half.
He got good court vision.
Yeah, man. He can see the court player.
He can see the court good.
Yeah, he's an awesome basketball player. So, man, let's jump into this Veterans Day Classic, man. And let me do something else real quick. Let me hook up the phone lines because some of y'all might want to call in, man, and
speak your piece.
Yeah, speak your piece, man. Let me go and hook it up so you can do so. But you can call in right now, man. 334-209-5222. Call in, speak your piece. Let us know what you got. We might.
Possible.
Oh, I'm like, what is that? My fault. Yeah, I gotta turn that down.
You gotta say thank you to all the supporters.
So, with that being said, man, we have a new sponsor that will be coming on board, starting either later this week or next week, man. Shout out to him. Appreciate that. Talking_hoops. Thank you very much, man. Say you're a big fan, man. We appreciate that. But yeah, we got a new sponsor coming on board, man,
okay.
and we're gonna be ready to announce that, man. They're gonna be a sponsor of podcast. They will be the official sponsor for the podcast for a considerable amount of time, right? So salute to them coming
Shout
on
out.
and doing that, man. We're gonna be announcing that real soon.
Appreciate
so
it.
Make sure y'all stay tapped in for that. If you want to sponsor, man, if you want to be a part of the show, man, and you want to sponsor an episode, you want to sponsor a game of the week, just let us know, man. If you got a business in any part of the state of Alabama, because we're moving throughout the state of Alabama. I left in the car, but I got to give a special shout out before I get into the Veterans Day Classic tomorrow. You left yours in the car too. Shout out to our guy, Coach Epps.
Right here.
You got yours? You went and got yours? I need to go get mine, though.
I was looking for my cell phone when I went.
Oh, I need to go get mine. It's on the back seat, man. But shout out to our guy, Coach Epps, down at Murphy High School. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Let me tell y'all something real quick.
You got me a little dry fit.
Shout out to Murphy. Dang, man, I hate we on live. I can't run to the car.
Yeah, you can.
You gonna hold us down, Breeze?
Yeah,
hold us down.
I'm gonna hold it down.
Okay,
hey.
I'll be right back.
Hey, Coach Murphy. Hey, Coach. You got your keys? Hey, Lance popped in. Lance from Huntsville.
What's good?
What to do?
Hey, I hear we had a good day.
Man, it's gonna be a conversation, Lance.
I hear.
Yeah, but yeah, they sent me a little dry fit. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
Got my first piece of gear, so I'm an extra large to everybody else. What up, though, Lance from Huntsville?
Hey, all is good, man. Looking forward to these games of the week coming up, and just reflecting for a minute. The North Alabama Media Day that was just one for the ages.
Yeah, it was.
I know that it's the second one that we've done, but the community support, the support of all the teams and faculty, and Mac Howard there with Huntsville City Schools,
yeah,
Alabama A&M. I mean, just and all the sponsors that showed up. Just it was really an over the top event for. I mean, to think that that's high school, man. To get the chance to do that in high school is really, really awesome.
That's real dope, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Coach Richardson just popped in. Clay Chalkville. Like I say, we will be at Clay versus Shades Valley on November 18th. Next Tuesday, we will be at Clay Chalkville for Coach Richardson squad, man. We're going to be checking out DeMar Hinton, one of the top 2027s in the state of Alabama. Can't wait to catch that game versus Jeremy Chapman, one of the top 2026s in the state of Alabama. But
yeah,
with that being said, Lance, what's happening? I had to run to the car real quick because what I was explaining to people is when people book us for iBall Radio Game of the Week, it's two schools that I got to really shout out right now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's two schools I got to shout out because they get it, right? When you book a game, you do something else. And this is how you do it. And I was giving a shout out to Murphy and Coach Epps over at Murphy. We have the iBall Radio Game of the Week. Let me tell you the date for that. That is going to be. We got Murphy on. Let me see. Well, this list long, boy. Murphy versus Baker on January 19th. We got Murphy versus Baker on January 19th. They booked their game, right? But when not only did they book their game, sent in their check, paid the invoice. Here's what they did. Check this out. They sent gear.
Swag.
They sent gear. Breezy, show them your gear, Breezy.
Yeah.
Show them your gear. Coach Epps at Murphy High School, they sent us gear to wear for the game of the week coming up on January 19th versus Baker.
Yeah,
so,
large.
Hey, everybody else, y'all got a peep game, bro.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. When you book a game, bro, send the gear behind it. Not only we got to shout out Murphy, on December the 2nd, we got Florence versus Muscle Shoals. Shout out Coach Dylan Burleson because he hooked us up with the Florence Nike polo shirts, right? That when they book their games, they're sending the swag. Shout out to everybody to book your game, but send us some swag too, bro. Send us something. So
we want to look like you.
We want to look like you, man. We're gonna wear this on air during the game. So when we go to Murphy, I'm gonna have that top on. Bree's gonna have the dry fit on. We go to Florence, I'm gonna have on the Nike polo also, man. So shout out Coach Burleson and shout out Coach Epps at Murphy High School in Mobile and Florence up there in North Alabama, up there in where they at they're in Decatur. Ain't they in Decatur?
Decatur, where's greater?
All right. Oh, shout out to them, man, and for sending in that swag and also booking their game of the week. But yeah, Hudson Athletics in the building. What up, family? What it do though?
What up?
Appreciate you stepping through and coming to holler at us at the North
so
Alabama
something
Media
people
Day.
got to realize. Something people got to realize is we love hoops, but we also love food. And so as we do these games of the week, if y'all know we're coming, bring a plate, and we'll tell you about your plate.
Yeah, man. Take a brother out to eat, man.
Extra crispy.
Hey, take a brother out to eat, man. Take a brother out to eat. We eat good, man. But yeah, so we're just gonna run down this little the list of games for tomorrow. As we will be covering the Veterans Day Classic over at Minor High School at 1:30. We got Minor versus John Carroll at 1:30. At 3 p.m. we got Clay Chalkville versus Thompson. That's gonna be a hell of a game. I can't wait to call that game, man. Clay Chalkville versus Thompson. Like I say, Coach Richardson in the building right now in the chat. At 4:30, we got Hayton versus Huffman. 6 o'clock, we got Austin versus Oxford. Oh my goodness, are y'all listening to these games?
Wow.
And then at 7:30 for the nightcap, we got Gadsden City versus Fairfield. Oh my goodness, bro, that is a major lineup again. Shout out Coach Hill, man, for putting this together, and also inviting us out and booking us to come do this. It's gonna be a dope event, and I'm excited about it. But we gonna preview some of these games, bro. Lance, let me ask you something. Me and you talked today, man, and we went through a bunch of area talk. We went through 7A, we went through 6A, we talked a little 4A, we talked some 3A.
We went all the way down to 1A.
Exactly, man. We had a long conversation, just breaking down areas, man, kind of trying to see what we like. Because we have, I told everybody, Lance, I went ahead and told them, I took the helicopter and landed in Punta Cana. You know what I'm saying? So I was gone for a week, but we hadn't dropped our preseason rankings or our rankings going into the season. We will be doing that shortly, right? Expeditiously, because we know the season. The season's already started, so we will be doing that expeditiously. But just to let y'all know, man, me and Lance today, we were throwing around some names of some teams, and it's going to be a hell of a basketball season this year, right? It is going to be an absolute hell of a basketball season this year because there's so many good teams, it's so many good players, so many good programs, and it's guys out there, boy, them boys, and tied the score up. They were down 20 in the first half. It is now tied up. UNC Wilmington and Kent State, but you said some stuff at Media Day, Lance, right? And I don't think we can let you slide with some of the stuff you said, right? You made some bold pre-predictions, right? Like
absolutely,
you wrote them in pencil, right? And Drake will always tell you, I write everything in pencil. I don't put nothing in pen or marker, permanent marker. I write
this stuff's already changed. It's amazing
stuff. And we've talked about this too. This has been one of the wildest starts to a basketball season you could possibly think of in the state of Alabama. Like craziness has ensued already in the state of Alabama for high school basketball. But I'm gonna let you go through it, Lance, real quick before we dive back into this the Veterans Day Classic. Kind of tell us about some of the bold pre-predictions that you made in Huntsville for the media day?
Well, a lot of this is being said that like the margins of saying these things are like so minute.
Right.
So you just go with it, right? And so like one of the things that I said about Albertville is like I've seen the progression of that team over the years.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that Huntsville's not a good team. Huntsville is going to make it to regions. Don't get me wrong with what I'm saying. But Albertville has a little swag this year that's just a little bit different. And because of it's a different Huntsville team. I'm not saying they're not good. They're good. They're going to be there. But I just feel like Albertville might win that area.
Mm.
So,
And
so that's where I went with that, and I know that's Evan Toms is really freaking good. He's going to be a
true.
double machine all year. He's going to go high D1 wherever he probably wants to go, even though he's a junior. I mean, you have some talented cats on that team, but the thing that worries me a little bit, if there's a night that he gets in foul trouble, I mean their roster gets pretty small pretty fast. And so there's just a couple of those little things that are in the back of my mind, and like Albertville's big, man. Like, did you see those guys walk in the building? Like those
Yeah.
two cats were big, and they're seasoned. Like those guys are seniors. There's something when you have a senior group of guys. They've been playing at Albertville.
Hold
since
on, Lance.
elementary.
Stop. I gotta stop you because I just got a message in the chat. And all it says is we will see. And that's coming from Coach Obadiah Threadgill and Sparkman.
Okay.
Because he is in that area that you just picked Albertville to win. And we got their game. We got their game on Wednesday night. So you're going to have to see Coach Threadgill on Wednesday. It's awesome, man. But go ahead, continue.
And that's the thing. It's like, when you have some of these areas have 4 or 5 really good teams, and some of them have people coming back and some don't. So there's a lot of question marks, just like, we went over 6A today, right? And talked about that area with Hazel Green and Jemison and Buckhorn and Lee and golly, it's like, and Columbia, it's like, well, we know who we think is top, but like there's a lot of things that could happen. And like Columbia got upset by what we think is an upset by Westminster. That was a surprise to me after we went and saw Columbia practice. And so there's just it's week 1 and it's just there.
A lot going on. Now I'm gonna tell you like this. You're much higher on Mae Jemison than I am, right? I'm not saying I don't like the squad because I do. They got size. They got some players. They got Cortez Hudson back, right? But I gotta see it be put together, right? I'm a show me guy, right? Until you,
and if it comes together, they can put up big numbers because of the style and the athletes and the size they got.
And I think they played a game last week and they scored 88 points, 88, I think.
88.
Yeah. So like you say, they're able to put up big numbers. But in the 7A, in that 7A, I think it's area 16 up there with the Sparkman, Albertville, Huntsville High, and Grissom. Grissom lost to Whitesburg Christian. Whitesburg Christian upset them. Now, Whitesburg Christian, let's keep it honest, is going to be a force to be reckoned with in Class 3A. Right. Are they in the same? They have to prove that they're in the same class as a Montgomery Academy in Hale County, right? For sure. Midfield or Lee Scott, right? That area or that regional down here in Montgomery is going to be a hellified regional. And just like I predicted last year, it's very possible that the state champion is going to come out of that region, whether it be Montgomery Academy or whether it be Hale County.
I would agree again.
Whitesburg Christian is trying to make a ploy to say, hey, we're in the conversation, or we should be in the conversation when it comes to talking about 3A state champions. We should be mentioned with the Montgomery Academy, who's the defending 3A state champ. Or we should be mentioned in there with Hale County, who has the #1 player in the state of Alabama, who's already committed to go to Oklahoma, in Gage Mayfield, right? And we're not going to talk about Zamarian and Omar, right? That team is loaded down there in Hale County.
Loaded. Yep.
And just like I predicted last year, it's very possible that the state champion is going to come out of that region, whether it be Montgomery Academy or whether it be Hale County. So for
Right.
them coming up and Whitesburg Christian picking up that big win versus Grissom in that first game last week is a huge win for them. However, we understand that Jack Doss is there, and they showed up to media day the way you're supposed to do media day. They brought the whole entire team.
Yeah.
Right? The whole entire team. They had 4 guys up there with them during the interview, but they brought the whole entire team. So my thing is, I think that area 16, is very tough. Now, Tyreek Clark, Eli Bannister, those guys have an opportunity to make noise because I love the way Coach Threadgill coaches, right? He's an X's and O guy, right? And X's and O guys thrive in high school basketball, right? They thrive in high school basketball. So with him being able to be an X's and O guy and put it together, can he pop up and win some of those games? Yes. And going to watch them the other night while we were in Huntsville, they're not that small. They got a little size. They're not overly outmatched size-wise when it comes to Albertville or when it comes to Huntsville High. And them and Grissom are pretty comparable on sizes. They got some big kids. But so I agree.
I tell you the matchup that I'm most interested in to watch play out this season is, a lot of times we talk about matchups or everything.
Yeah.
The last few years, the 3 position at Huntsville High School has been very, very strong position for them.
Right.
Whether they went small and it was J.D. Gossett or whether they went big and it was Braden Rivers, they had a Division I guy there, right? With some good size. I mean, super athletic guy, right? This year, that 3 position, they got a shooter in Hudson Gossett at the 2. He can shoot the lights out. The point guard transfer from Oklahoma, he's a good player. They got the 3 and the 4 that's got some good size. I mean, the 4 and the 5 got good size. That 3 spot, especially when you go up against Hoover, that's got a 6'6", 6'7" guy running the 3. I don't know who's going to guard him.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this. Cam Carney can guard Melo June or Kendarius Steele. I'm Cam Carney, he might not be 6'5", but he's 6'1", 6'2", and he is ripped. So, and my thing is, neither one of those guys at Hoover in Kendarius Steele, Melo June a little bit more so than Kendarius, can put it on the floor and create, right? So it's not like they have somebody that's gonna be out there on the wing like a Salim London, that's gonna put you in the blender, right? That's gonna. So I think
it's a different Hoover team for sure.
Yeah, and I think Cam Carney is one of those guys. He's a tough, hard-nosed, blue-collar type of guy. He's going to play the junkyard dog role for Huntsville High this year, right? And I agree. Everybody's different. Neither one of these teams or anybody in that Area 16, in my opinion, is as good as they were last year.
Nope.
Right? Huntsville High is not. Hoover, even though they're not in Area 16, but Huntsville High is
Bob
not.
Jones. Talk about just, I mean, I know it's not the same area, but you take like a Bob Jones that had a point guard that was 6'6". I mean, that's a luxury.
See, listen, I gotta listen. And here's the thing. And I got Dvorak Hargrove 8'6" is in the building and says, Coach, we are one of the best teams in the state, regardless of class. And he's talking about Whitesburg Christian. I've told him this. I'm not sold on that yet. Like, I get it. You beat Grissom. I'm not super high on Grissom, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, I think if you ask me, I think Grissom is probably 4th in that area, right? When you break down, I still get you got Albertville winning that area. I got Huntsville High winning the area, right? So
I just think there's gonna be some night, and seeing officiating when you go to Marshall County, and depending on how that goes, and let's say some of those bigs at Huntsville High School have foul trouble that night. I mean that's a lot of what ifs, right? A lot of what ifs, but we'll see how it goes. I think though, a little bit more sure thing to talk about is looking at path to the Final Four. Who has the path of least resistance? I like Thompson's chances.
Yeah, I was gonna get to them.
They come out of a nice little area down there with Tuscaloosa,
I think it's Tuscaloosa
Hillcrest,
County, Hillcrest, and yeah, I got
and they
Thompson winning their area for sure.
and they cross with Florence, Bob Jones, James Clements, and Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that Thompson team, and I think that just a lot of things have stars have aligned for them to get to the Final Four this time. I think it just seems like that.
And here's the thing about Thompson. They put up 100 points in their game last week, right? In their opening game. They put up 100 points last Thursday. And they're missing 5 guys that are still playing football. And 2 of those will be starters in Cam Pritchard and Riley Bryant.
That sounds dangerous.
Right? Like, and we know how good JJ Nelson is. We know how good Landon Smith is. And those are young guys. Those are 10th graders on that squad that are leading that team, right? I think Landon had 17 points in that game the other night.
Is Big Fella still there?
No, he's not. So Carson McKinney, he's went to prep school in North Carolina.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But my thing is, once they get Cam Pritchard and Riley Bryant off the football field, those are 2 starters. They're already putting up 100 points. I agree with you. But here's the thing I want to tell you, Lance. Here's the disappointing thing for me when it comes to Thompson basketball. Bro, you know how good Thompson could be this year? I'm not trying to go there with talking about all the folks that left in class 2026. We beat that. Bro, they could have Coben Landrew, Jay Green, Carson McKinney, with this crew that they already got. No, we wouldn't be talking about 7A. It would be a lock that Thompson would be walking to a state championship if those guys were still there.
Here's the crazy thing to think about. Thompson, one of the deepest resource schools in the state of Alabama. All the resources they got, they can't retain those types of players.
Because they don't put those resources into basketball.
Right.
Those resources aren't put into basketball. Those resources are being used right now. Because we tried to get a game with listen, we weren't going to be at that game because I was still out of town. But they wanted us to come in and do the first game on November 6th. But they didn't want to CTC, right? But my thing is, like you just said, why not? Why not shine that light on your program? Why not shine that light on your basketball players? Because everybody that played in that game is a basketball player. They don't play football, right? But they dump all the resources, and they should be able to retain those type of players, but they weren't. And if they were able to, my goodness, bro, that would be a easy state championship.
Right. So moving a little bit further south to the Central, I have Enterprise coming out of there. Just I love the 2 brothers. I love the size. I think the thing that held them back last year was their guard play. I think they've got better guard play this year. And they've been there in the last couple of years. So that those guys have the experience of getting to the Final Four. The coaching situation is good. I mean, they have it tough. I mean, you got Dothan down there and some other teams down there, but Enterprise to me.
Listen, bro. Enterprise is good, and they got probably one of the best coaches in the state of Alabama in Red Harrison. And if y'all want me to let me be revisionary for a minute. Hoover won 3 straight 7A state championships. Before they went on that 3 championship run, guess who won the state championship for them? Enterprise. Guess who they beat for their 2nd state championship in that 3 championship run? Enterprise, right? So they're going to be there. And like you say, they are huge. That is a very big basketball team. With Aiden Williams, you got Brody, you got Tucker. And my thing is, it's going to be all guard play. And the kid Reed, the point guard, it's going to be big on him. It's going to be on his shoulders this year. And they got some more guards that, like you say, have stepped up, gotten a year older. But my thing is, yeah, they're big, right? They're big. But, man, Dothan's guard play is, sheesh. Jordan Rollins.
Tough.
Do I even got to say Diggy Coleman's name? Right? And then we understand, I talked about Rhett being one of the best coaches. I talked about Threadgill being an X and O guy. Bro, let's not sleep on Jeremy Bynum. Jeremy Bynum's one of the best coaches in the state of Alabama, and he's an ultimate X's and O's guy. So him and Rhett that's going to be a game. And we got Enterprise versus Dothan for iBall Radio Game of the Week coming up in January. That's going to be a juggernaut of a game.
And a lot of these areas, some state championships could be decided as early as area play.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And like I say, man,
remember last year when we saw quite a few people get knocked out in the very first round of area, that we're like, oh, they were, like a state. I think we're going to see a lot of that this year.
And the problem is, like when we go through these areas, like that area down there, that I think they're area 4 with Enterprise, Dothan, Carver, Montgomery, and Jag. That's a juggernaut. Unfortunately, the 2 Montgomery teams, Jag and Carver Montgomery, even though I think Carver Montgomery is a sleeper, I told you that today. I think they're a sleeper, right? Coach Reggie Sprouse, shout out to Coach Sprouse. I think they're a sleeper, right? However, I just don't know if they're going to be ready or able to beat either Enterprise or Dothan, right? That's a tough ask because both of those teams, let's not forget.
And more than likely, that first game is going to be on the road for them.
Dothan, of course. Dothan played in the final.
What I'm saying is, like, it might be Carver at Enterprise the first game of the area or whatever. How they do that first game on the road type.
Dothan just made it to the Final Four 2 years ago, right? Let's not forget that, right? So in Jeremy Bynum's first year at Dothan, he made it to the Final Four and lost to Hoover, right? So that area has in recent times put a team in the Final Four, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Central Phoenix City is down, right? So, they got blasted the other night, but they're down this year. And Coach Steve Rogers' first year coming over to Central Phoenix City, taking over for Coach Burkett. Auburn's a good team, right? With the Daniels kid coming back. But it's going to be Enterprise, Dothan, Auburn are all in the same region. So only one of those teams are going to be able to make it to Birmingham, right? So, and let me go to the chat real quick. Somebody says they were talking about Coach Mike Flight in the building. What up, Coach?
What up, Coach?
Watch the J in the building. What up, though? They were just talking about Thompson. He said Coach DJ an absolute. Oh yeah, and they would talk about how Coach DJ went over to Spain Park. They got rid of him at Thompson because he wanted to do too much basketball. Then Lanier 1007-1976 says Coach Crutcher is the best coach in the state of Alabama over at Hazel Green. Now, I'm not sitting here disagreeing with that, but this year, can you play from the front? Right? Can you play from the front? Because Hazel Green, as a lot of people are predicting, I'm not saying I'm one of them, but a lot of people are predicting Hazel Green to be the 6A state champion this year. Now, I think Oxford is still, you know what I'm saying, extremely loaded. I know we hadn't gotten to them yet. And then we hadn't gotten to Gadsden City, right? But like you say, Gadsden City and Oxford are going to cancel each other out in that Jacksonville region, right? While Hazel Green goes to the Northwest region at Wallace-Hansfield, and they got to go against Pinson and Clay and Hazel is Pinson, Clay, Hazel Green,
Clay,
and May Jemison, or whoever comes out of that May Jemison Lee area, right?
Yep.
So this is going to be a hell of a year of high school basketball.
That's good.
But let me go here. Somebody, Lanier 1076 says Hoover will win 7A again. He is predicting that Hoover's going to go for a 4-peat.
Okay.
He said is New Hope High School legit contender in 7A this year. New Hope 4A, right? We just interviewed them. They're in 4A.
Yeah.
And they said Hoover's coach is a great coach. He understands what they have to do and knows how to use them. I'm gonna tell you like this.
It's becoming the Hoover Invitational at the Birmingham Jefferson.
Here's the thing about Hoover, though, Lance. Their guard play is what concerns me, right?
For sure.
They know.
Can they progress as the year goes on?
because Kendarius Steele, Jackson Sheffield, and Melo June to a certain extent. I think Melo can create for himself a little bit more than those other two. They have to be fed, right? They have to. Somebody has to get them the basketball. And yes, I think Jackson Sheffield is the most dominant player in the state of Alabama, regardless of class, right? But how dominant can he be if he has to have the ball given to him and those guards are struggling with, say, a Huntsville High who's going to press you all over the floor? Can they relieve and beat that pressure to get those guys the basketball? Right? Like, that's the question I got with Hoover. The reason I'm not predicting them to win their 4th straight state championship right now.
So my thing about that is you know, it's easy to win when you have Dwayne Brown, Salim, those guys, right?
Right.
But when you have teams like this, it really shows how good of a coach you are. You know, is he going to do some things? If they press, just throw it over the top to a big guy that's just bigger and can jump higher. You know, is he going to devise some things like that, or is he going to, you know? So it'll be real interesting to see. Is it going to be business as usual, or is he going to change up some strategies?
Right.
And to me, that's and when you are the hunted, when you've been there, done that, and obviously a lot of people are talking about Hoover again. That's a different seat to sit in, and they've been sitting in that seat for a while. And as we know, with dynasties that have been around, it's hard to keep that thing going.
Somebody says Huntsville High is overrated this year. Do you agree?
It's a lot of question marks for me still. You know, do I think Evan Toms is one of the top players in the state in the junior class? Absolutely. They lost a lot. And
they lost 4 Division I players and a high major D2 player.
Yeah.
But to say they're overrated, because I watched them this summer too, and they said in their
they're good.
They say they watched Austin manhandle them this summer. That's summer basketball. I don't put a lot of stock in the summer basketball. That's just me. I like to watch it. It gives me an understanding of if players have improved. So June is something that gives me an idea of what I'm looking at.
Right.
But we know how good Coach Christian Swears is, right? and we know that atmosphere is hard as hell to play in, right?
So
that's the number one atmosphere in the state.
We're just talking about the Hoover coach, right? Can Coach Swears get over the hump finally this year? You know, since Hoover is quote unquote down a little bit. You know, I mean, to me, both of them are rebuilding in different ways.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure.
Facts. But they still got a lot of talent. Like, people don't know Tyson Bobbitt yet for Huntsville High. They don't know him. He is a legit mid-major prospect in a couple of years, right? At the point guard position. That Graham Gossett isn't even playing yet for Huntsville High, right? The younger Gossett brother, who, in my opinion, is the better of the two that are there now, even though Hudson is a heater, right? And Hudson had 19 points the other night, shooting the basketball, shooting lights out, right? So once that team comes all the way together and Coach Christian Swears starts cooking, I think Chat said he's overrated. I think they might be a little underrated because people are short-sighting them, thinking they're in a rebuild mode, right? So I just think they're gonna have to watch out for Huntsville High this year.
Hey, I'm reloaded.
So here is interesting question. What if people are so consumed with the Huntsville Hoover quote unquote rivalry, and we're underrating how good Enterprise really is?
And I talked to Coach Rhett Harrison a couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, over the phone, man. We had about a 15-20 minute conversation. And he's excited about his team, right? However, he understands that he's gonna have his guard play is gonna have to prove it this year, right? Aiden Williams got his recruitment out of the way. He just committed to Montevallo, right? So that's their 6'7" big. Got his recruitment out of the way, so he can He can solely focus on the season. Tucker Wadsworth already committed to Troy. He got his recruitment out the way, so he can solely focus on the season. So he has those guys ready to roll. But the thing about Enterprise is a team who doesn't play a full game of full schedule every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
They still haven't played it. They don't have another game for 2 weeks, right? So they're a team that might get going a little later in the season or get to cooking a little later in the season than most. Right. So it's interesting to see how and when can they hit their stride. Right.
And
because
the interesting
they do
thing
play a little later
that we're talking about all these teams is, there might be a couple guards at Huntsville that we don't know exactly how they're going to pan out. There's a couple of guards at Hoover. We don't know how they're going to pan out. Guess what? We're talking about Enterprise guard. So I think it's whoever's guard play is going to develop at the right time, because those 4 or 5 slots at all those teams are pretty decent.
Right. A lot of size is out there, but like you say, I really think that 7A in this year is extremely wide open. There's not a clear-cut favorite in Class 7A this year, right? There's not somebody that you would say, yes, I like them the way we've been able to say, yes, I like Hoover or I like Huntsville, right? In the past, over the last several years. And the chat just said it. Huntsville High has to prove that they can get to Birmingham and actually win, right? Huntsville has always been good, but they've only been to Birmingham once in school history.
That's right.
And when they got there, guess who they lost to? Enterprise. The game that they should have won, so we could have got that Hoover Huntsville state championship game 2 years ago. But they lost to Enterprise when Eric Williams went crazy on them, right? So my thing is, I agree. Christian has to show not only can he get over the hump in Jacksonville, beat Hoover, and get to Birmingham and beat a team that is south of North Alabama, right? He has to prove that, and they've yet to do that. And now he has a squad that is, I'm not going to say they're inexperienced, but they damn sure ain't the experience they've had over the last several years. Not even close. So, like I said, it's going to be a question of if they can get there, and if they do get there, can they finally get over the hump?
So my 4th 7A pick coming out of the South region, which is such a toss-up. There's so many things up in the air still to be determined. But Fairhope got there last year. I think they're going to build upon that experience. So I'm going with Fairhope again out of that southern region.
And see, I think Fairhope is a team that we're just completely sleeping on because they come out of South Alabama. And let's keep it real.
Hey.
The respect for South Alabama throughout the state when it comes to basketball just isn't there. Right. It's just not. I can't even name the last time a team out of South Alabama competed for a 6A or 7A state championship. Like, it's been so many. We had this conversation on the platform last year, Lance. What's been 15 years or something since like somebody competed, not even won it, but actually competed for it. I like Jackson Gully, right? He's already committed to North Alabama. He's a guy. They have pieces around him. I agree with you. I got Fairhope coming up out of that 7A because I watched Baker the other night. Coach Armstrong going to struggle a little bit this year. And I talked to him this summer in June when they came up to the Alabama State play date, and he told me that, right? He's like, I'm young. My best player is a sophomore, right? So they're going to struggle this year. He don't have LeBaron Fowline walking through that door. He doesn't have Derek Florence walking through that door this year. So it's going to be tough for Baker. So does Fairhope have I'm not going to say an easy ride to Birmingham, but they got the easiest ride to Birmingham out of any other teams that we've been talking about so far on this episode.
It's kind of like Thompson's route. Like, you look at the path of least resistance.
Right.
You know, maybe if Thompson had to go over to Jacksonville, would you pick Thompson? I don't know.
No.
But, like that, it's looking at how all those crosses work out is why I went with Fairhope, Enterprise, Hoover, and Thompson.
Yeah.
And Watch the J says he needs to see Huntsville High play about 5 regular season games before he can make a determination on how they'll match up with Hoover. I'm going to just tell you like this. If the game happened today, I would pick Huntsville High. Because I got to watch 5 regular season games before I can have a determination on the guard play at Hoover. I am down on the guard play at Hoover. I watched them during the summer, and I just told y'all I don't put a lot of stock in the summer, but I didn't see anything out there that I can say, okay, that's going to give somebody some problems at the guard position. We know how good Jackson is. We know Kendarius is a big body kid that's going to play college basketball that came out of the iBall radio elite skills camp. He got 3 offers coming out of that camp, right? We know Melo June is a hybrid 6'6" athletic lefty that can do a lot of things on the court that is going to have to show he can step out to the wing position and play this year because the inside is going to be occupied by Kendarius Steele and Jackson Sheffield. But here's the thing about Hoover also. None of those guys I'm naming have played varsity basketball outside of Jackson.
Right.
Those guys were on JV last year. So are they ready for the big lights? Right? Are they ready to step up and play and win and get to Birmingham and win a state championship? I just can't. I'm not ready to say that.
And
it's going to be hard for me to say that right now.
Going back to this matchup that we're talking about so much is between the two teams. And basketball is a make or miss game. It's all about who's making shots. I have more confidence in the guard play of Huntsville making shots than I do the guard play of Hoover if we're just talking about shot making ability.
That is a dead bone fact.
Mm-hmm.
That is a dead bone fact. Like Huntsville High can shoot the best. Tyson Bobbitt can shoot it. Hudson Gotts can shoot it. Graham Gossett can shoot it. Like they can shoot the ball from the outside. I don't know if Hoover can do that. And
now,
if we're
they struggle, it could be a long game the other way. You know, I mean, there's just so many. It's going to be, you know, and they don't play during the regular season,
right?
So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
So let's talk about this, man. Let's drop down to 3A for a second, okay? And because I do want to talk about the Wrightsburg Christians, the Hale Counties, and the Montgomery Academies. If asking me, I got Hale County winning 3A state championship, right? And the reason is Montgomery Academy is just not deep enough. Right. They're not deep enough. Last year, Montgomery Academy was so freaking deep. And they had shooters, right? They had Brewer Welch. They had Cade Seegers. And those guys were knocked down 3-point shooters from the parking lot, right? I just don't see that out of them this year. They still got Mason Ellis is a hell of a point guard who I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't know that name, he is arguably the #1 point guard in class of 2028, right? Arguably. Now, I know you got your Caleb Wilsons and you got your Dayton Epps, and I can go on and on about guys at that position in the state. However, I will say that Mason Ellis is going to be one of those ones that steps up this year, right? He played sparingly last year in the state championship run. He's going to be a huge part of that. They still got Jared Friendly, and they still got that guy in Braden Gordon. However, they got to see Hale County early, right? They got to see them in the Sweet 16 if things balance out the way they balance out, right? So, well, no, they'll see them in the Elite 8 because they did flip it. But we're not going to sleep on Lee Scott. Lee Scott beat Midfield last year in the regionals, right? And then lost to Montgomery Academy in the Elite 8. And they got a dude in Hayden Harper who is also committed and has a signing day this week with Troy, right? So they got a Division I basketball player that can get it done also. So like that 3A in this, I think that's area 6, or that region comes out of it. Bro, that region there. And I'm not mad at Dvorak Hargrove saying Whitesburg Christian has a chance, because I don't think they're going to get challenged in North Alabama in Class 3A, right? With what they have. And we just had them at Media Day with KD Ragland, with Trip Mason, right? And with the new big kid from that transferred from Huntsville High. I get it. They probably won't be challenged in North Alabama in Class 3A. However, they're only going to have to see one of those teams I just named coming out of the South or out of the Central. They're only going to have to see one of them. And if it's Hale County, I don't think they beating. I'm telling you, they're not beating Hale County. You gonna be hard pressed to get me here in November, and I know it's just November, to say that Whitesburg Christian can compete with Hale County. Just don't see that happening right now. Even though both got a dude.
So I will say this: Whitesburg Christian got somebody sitting in the seat that's been there, done that a few times.
And they've done that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big, huge pickup.
I never ever count out a champion.
Ever.
No, you can't do that.
Coach Patrick Harding knows how to get it done. We've seen it. It's proven, right? It's proven. Now, I asked him at Media Day. We know when he was at Abbeville for all those years, right? Bunch of Elite Eights. Bunch of Elite Eights. Never got over the hump. Could never get to Birmingham. And then he got to Buckhorn, and he got a dude. And that dude was good enough. And he had a couple of dudes, Fred, and Jeremiah also, right? And let's not forget Swag. And they had Jeremiah also. But he showed that if you give me a guy and some pieces, I know how to win, right? Mm-hmm. So I agree with you there. I would give Patrick Harding the nod over Hale County's head coach. I don't know if I'll give him the nod. Hold on. I don't know if I'll give him the nod over Jeremy Arendt at Montgomery Academy, because he just won one, right? So it's really a toss-up, but I agree with you. When it comes to Whitesburg Christian, I like the pieces they have, but I think that biggest piece, as you just said, is Patrick Harding.
So I've looked at their path, and I think I see them in Birmingham. There's just not a lot up this way that's gonna impede them to get to the Final Four. Now, once they get there, it's gonna be some interesting games, but I just don't see, with the area that they're in and then who they cross with. I think they're going to be all right.
Like I said, I think they're going to be unchallenged until they get to Birmingham. But the good thing about that, it's only a one-game scenario. Right? You don't have to beat them 4 out of 7 times. You just got to beat them once. And them not playing those teams, that's my only concern. They're playing North Alabama, right? But let's keep it real. North Alabama is not what it's been over the last several years this year, talent-wise. It's just not there, right? It's just not there. So will they be challenged enough to, when it comes to playoff time, they're not shell-shocked when they see a Hale County or Montgomery Academy or whoever comes out of it? Will they be ready for those lights?
I'll say kudos to their schedule. I mean, they got, some of the 7A teams in North Alabama on there. I mean, I know that we don't think super highly of Grissom High School, but talking about a dude in the seat, I mean, they had a legend sitting over there in the seat, and to go to their place to open the season and win, that speaks a lot of volumes in my ears.
I agree. So 3A, in my opinion, 3A is probably the most interesting. And see, and Dvorak just said we play N2 hoops in Huntsville. Bro, that's all North Alabama, right? They're not coming out of North Alabama. I think that's an issue. I've always said this. I got an issue with North Alabama teams not coming out of North Alabama to play people. They don't go south. They never go south, right? Like come to Birmingham. Huntsville High's coming down to Montgomery to play Montgomery Academy this year. They're coming down on the 5th and the 6th to play Carver on one day, and then Montgomery Academy the next day. And we got the Montgomery Academy versus Huntsville High game as iBall radio game on the week on December 6th, right? So we're going to be in the building for that game. I got an issue with North Alabama not leaving North Alabama to play basketball. We call them the Mecca of high school basketball. Well, hell, go prove it somewhere else. Like, I agree. You playing in the N2 hoops, that's good. You playing in the Huntsville Times, but that's all North Alabama teams. Like, go get challenged outside, and they don't do that. And for me, that's my only concern with Whitesburg Christian. That's my only concern.
So talking about a smaller school proving themselves and not playing in just North Alabama, 1A Oakwood has an unbelievable schedule of going out of state even. I mean, their schedule is a gauntlet. So I'm not 100% familiar with all the teams in 1A, but if Oakwood can put it all together, they they got a serious chance to make some noise.
They do. And I know they made it to the final. Did they? They made it to the Final Four
It was a
last year, if
couple
I'm
years
not
ago.
mistaken. If
Was it
it was
last
2
year?
years ago. I think they were there last year too.
Okay.
I think they were there last year. I'm not even sure who did. I'm not even sure who won the 1A state championship last. Chat, if y'all know, man, if y'all could pull it up, tell me who won the 1A state championship last year, because I can't remember. I was at the game and I don't remember. But nephew in the building, Gage Mayfield in the building. So hey, listen, y'all got to prove to me y'all can beat him, right? And listen, Zamarian Johnson is probably one of the most underrated players in the state of Alabama. Hands down, right? He doesn't get enough credit for how good he is and how well he complements Gage Mayfield, right? He is arguably one of the top guards in the state. So he's going to be one of those ones running beside Gage that it's hard pressed for me to think somebody's going to be able to beat them. It just is. And they got that jumping long boy, Omar. Omar's so long, and he just does all the dirty work for Hale County. That's the reason I'm picking them over Montgomery Academy today. I think their big three is better than Montgomery Academy's big three because of Gage Mayfield, right? Montgomery Academy's big three in Jared Friendly and Braden Gordon been spending that time on that football field. Zamarian and Gage, they ain't been on no football field. They are in basketball-ready shape. Can Coach Arendt get that squad to rolling in a way like he did last year? Because they're going deep in the football playoffs right now, right? So they're even later getting started this year. So how long will it take Braden Gordon to get in basketball shape? How long will it take Jared Friendly to get in basketball shape to come up and meet the level of Mason Ellis, who's a young guy, just a 10th grader this year, that's going to be leading them from the point guard position? And then after those three, where do you really go? Right? You got Rob McGahee, you got Caleb Miles, you got little JJ Jackson. Like, those guys have never played varsity basketball. Are they ready to step up and be championship ready right now? And I just don't know if that's possible.
So I know we talked a lot about 6A today, and coming out of that South, I got Blunt coming out of the far South region. I feel like they have a dude this year that can really put up some points. I like their path. So I got them. I got Paul W. Bryant, who won it last year, being in the Final Four. And then I got Oxford and Hazel Green. That's my Final Four in 6A. And that took a long time for me to figure that out.
And I like
there was some hard decisions.
Because the kid Peck, I think his last name is Peck. He had 31 points the other night in their opener when they beat LaFleur. And I wrote an article on it. But I like Murphy.
I was torn between those two for sure.
Cordarius Dixon is a bucket. I think he's averaging around, in their first two games, about 25 points a game. McKinley Simmons is a guy who came to the iBall Radio Elite Skills Camp. Big body kid, got a couple of JUCO offers. He hasn't scored it at a high clip yet this year because Cordarius has been carrying a lot of the scoring load. But like I say, Coach Epps can coach, right? That's why I'm ready to get down to Mobile and be in that atmosphere to watch and see who I like to come out of there in Class 6A. I don't have enough intel to say who I like straight out. I just don't. I watched Murphy's game the other night. I watched Blunt's game the other night. But here's the problem I got with Blunt. Peck had 31, right? They had 52 points as a team. You feel what I'm saying? Like 52 points and 31 coming from one player. That don't show me that you can score the basketball at a high clip, right? That shows me you might actually struggle scoring the basketball. And if you struggle scoring the basketball, can you actually get over the hump and get to Birmingham? That's still to be seen. Still to be seen. So we got a lot to talk about, and we'll be back to talk about a lot of it. But we come to the end of the show. Shout out to the chat, man. Appreciate y'all staying involved, staying engaged. But I love that y'all tap in and type in the chat. But man, y'all got to call in. Be a lot easier if y'all called in, so I don't have to keep looking and reading, because y'all gotta stay. That thing be scrolling fast, right? Y'all know how to chat go. The chat just be so. Until we get a moderator to come in here and pull some of this stuff, bro, and pin some of them comments, it's tough to get to all y'all questions. So if you want to call in, man, call in. Call into the show 334-209-5222. That's why we call the iBall Radio live call-in show, so you can call in and be a part of the show and be engaged, speak your piece, as we say. But
well, guys, I'm gonna let y'all finish up, and
right.
We'll see y'all on the sideline for the games of the week.
Indeed, man. We'll see you later. That's our guy Lance from Huntsville, man, tapping in with us. Appreciate him tapping in. But hey, man, we're gonna get out of here for the night, man, real soon. We will be in Birmingham tomorrow at Minor High School for the Veterans Day Classic. We actually never really got back to that, to those games. We did announce them. 1:30 tomorrow, got Minor versus John Carroll. At 3 p.m., we got Clay Chalkville versus Thompson. At 4:30, we got Hayden versus Huffman. At 6 p.m., we got Austin versus Oxford. And at 7:30, we got Gaston City versus Fairfield. We didn't even talk about 4A and Fairfield and Jackson and all them. That's going to be a great classification also. But a lot of those teams that we just talked about, Thompson, we get to see tomorrow. Clay Chalkville, we get to see tomorrow. Oxford, we get to see tomorrow. Austin, we get to see tomorrow. Gaston City, we get to see tomorrow. So we get to see a lot of these teams that we are considering in Class 6A and in Class 7A play tomorrow live, right? And if you want to tap in and see the broadcast, man, you can go to iBallRadio.com or go to the iBall Radio YouTube page. Make sure you go subscribe to both of those, man, so you can stay up to date, because we're going to be dropping all our post-game content. All our post-game articles will go up on iBallRadio.com. If you want to tap into our live stream tomorrow from the game, tap in, go to our iBall Radio YouTube page, or you can just go to iBallRadio.com, click on Watch Now, right there where it says iBall Podcast at the top of the website. Click Watch Now. It'll take you to our YouTube page, man, and you'll be able to catch that live, as we will be going live all day tomorrow from the Minor High School at the Veterans Day Classic for all of these games, man, starting at 1:30, man. We should be on air around 1 o'clock. If all goes right, you know what I'm saying? We do our thing live, y'all know. So we have some issues sometimes with internet connection and Wi-Fi and all those type things. But as long as everything works well, man, we should be good to go. And y'all should be able to tap in and watch us at Veterans Day Classic, covering all things Alabama high school basketball. And like I say, man, just to give y'all another rundown, we had a great conversation over the Alabama High School Athletic Association headquarters today with our guy Ron Ingram. Shout out Ron Ingram.
Hey,
man.
Ron.
Shout out Ron Ingram, man. That's our guy,
Still
man.
waiting on my
on your promo.
Yeah, Ron. Yeah. I appreciate you, Ron.
Hey, Breezy got his credential with his picture, but he got my name.
Hey, if I have issues, I'm gonna be like, hey, just call Ron down here.
Hey, just call Ron, man.
Just call Ron down. He gonna straighten y'all out. He gonna straighten y'all out, because I'm already straight.
Right, I'm already straight with my guy Ron, man. So yeah. Shout out Ron Ingram, man, for all the work that he's done, man. He will be retiring this year, man. So, but he told me today, man, he's still gonna be around, right? Ron's not gonna disappear. But be on the lookout.
Okay, so he's gonna be the correspondent between the.
He's just gonna be around. He can't let it go, man. You know how it is. Once you're doing what you love for 30, 40 years, man, you can't let it. You never retire.
Yeah, you can't.
It's
in you.
Yeah, you just stop going every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just stop going every day, man. So shout out to him, man. But I can't wait to catch all those games tomorrow. And we ask y'all, man, tap in with iBall Radio on tomorrow and throughout the week, man, because Tomorrow we're at the Veterans Day Classic. Wednesday we're at Sparkman versus Bob Jones, and on Friday we're at Athens versus Tanner at Athens High School. We got the schedule up on all our social media. Make sure you go follow us, man, on Instagram. Go follow us on YouTube. Go follow us on Facebook. Go follow us on Twitch. Go follow us on X. Go follow us across all social media platforms. Everything's the same at iBall Radio. With that being said, Breezy, run the music. Let's get up out of here for the night. And there you have it, man, right here on the iBall Radio live call-in show, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to our guy Lance from Huntsville for tapping in, man. Yes, it's going to be a great basketball season, man. It has already started off with fireworks all over the place. Yeah. It's rumors everywhere. It's
already some scandal.
There's already scandal everywhere, man. So don't get caught in the scandal, bro. Stay out of the line of fire. That's all I'm asking you.
Bang.
And here's the other thing, man. If you're a hooper out there and you got somebody out there speaking on your behalf, representing you, make sure they know what the hell they're talking about. Because I got a call yesterday, man. One of the most asinine things I've ever heard for an Alabama high school basketball player. You must be lost your doggone mind if you think that's going to happen. But that's another story for another day. And shout out to Coach Epps, Murphy High School, for sending in the gear, man. Booking the iBall Radio game of the week, sending in the gear. I can't wait to put this on for our game in January at Murphy versus Baker coming up in January. But shout out to everybody who tapped in tonight. Meet us tomorrow at Minor. If you see us at Minor, man, come up to us, holler at us, come sit down with us, come chat with us, man. Give us your thoughts on the season. Give us the inside scoop on the season. Keep us up to date. If there's some stuff out there, some rumors that we need to tap into, man, let us know, man. But go subscribe to iBallRadio.com so you can keep up with all the information that we will be coming out, all the content that we'll be coming out with throughout the basketball season. With that being said, Breezy, holla at these folks, man.
Hey, man, say, man, it's your boy Breezy, and it ain't easy.
It ain't easy, man, and you already know. They call me Coach because I teach you how to ball. Until Thursday night, we up out of here. Peace. Long live Hero.
For sure.